Man, the internet, boy, I tell you, the internet, y'all are undefeated. Now, what happened to Donald Trump is definitely not a laughing matter, but, I'm glad that he's safe. And today, we're going to have to start laughing to keep from crying. I'm just going to have to say that. I don't know who put this clip together, but you are a genius. Yeah, man, they tried, but they failed. They definitely failed very, very hard. And unfortunately, if you've been following Donald Trump and you've been seeing everything that's been going on with him with the lawfare and how they trying to keep him in court and how they trying to ruin his reputation, try to cancel him, none of these tactics work. So ultimately, we got to where we are right now, to where they are actively trying to take his life away in order to eliminate him from the 2024 presidential race. But I tell y'all what, this just secured his spot for sure. This man, he's far more calm than I'm feeling right now. But he sums up what everybody is thinking right now.
You left-wing nut jobs. You can't win on merit, so you gotta do what? Try and kill the man? Really? It's a good thing y'all don't know how to shoot. It's a good thing y'all are piss poor at defense, self-defense, offense, all of it. Well, the only thing you proved is this, that you guys are the ones that are prone to violent actions. Every time you lose, violence. But we're the extremists, right? We are the ones that are extremists. That's kind of odd. That's really odd. Last time I checked, when the man you took a shot at today won in 16, y'all burned and rioted. When you don't get your way, you burn and riot. When something happens to one of your felons, you burn and riot. He got indicted 34 times and we didn't do a single bit of looting, rioting, or burning. This is certainly proof that you guys are the violent ones. And if there is anyone capable of local terroristic acts, it's you people.
Very well spoken. Definitely said what everybody's thinking. The quiet part out loud, to be exact, because we see this over and over and over and over. I mean, over and over. We see how they continue to try to use lawfare, things of that nature, and once they lose, you see these dramatic responses. But the right is always being somehow coined as volatile and violent, but we always see these antics come from the left, bro. Oh my gosh, but I'm loving the energy. I'm loving it.
Hey, Sleepy Joe and the Democrats, what y'all got going on? If you can't beat them unalive, they just tried to take out Trump. Literally, I just sit there and watched it live. My man grabbed his neck like this here. Secret Service get out. I said, what is this, a movie? Is this a script? I don't know what's going on. All I know is one thing for sure, two things for certain. Somebody done called a hit, and we know what's going on. Y'all know that man finna win the election. Y'all know Sleepy Joe almost out of here. Y'all know what's going on. Did y'all just see that on TV? Did y'all just see that? History was just right before them folks just took a shot at Trump. And then my man got up and threw Black Power up like this here. My man did this here. My man threw up Black Power like this. I know it was Black Power. It wasn't just no. My man threw up Black Power with blood leaking down it. Hey, Trump, I'm gonna go and let you know now. You just won the election, my guy. You listen to me. These folks just seen the Patriot. Then you got up like you grew up in the hood. You got up and took that hit like a man. Them folks done grazed your ear. Them folks done hit you like this here. You done went down. Then you got up and hit them like this here. You just won the election. Sleepy Joe is over. You gonna go take your nap for however long you want to take it. It's done.
All I can say is, man, I totally agree. Totally agree with everything that you said. I totally feel the same way. I feel like the people whom, didn't even like Trump watch this and go, whoa, okay, they took it a little too far this time. But, there's some people who don't agree whatsoever.
So a lot of people are on me about the opinion I posted of this event being fake news. And while I'm not here to recant my statement, I will say that I apologize if I came off insensitive. There is information out there disproving that Trump wasn't the only person injured, but there's also information to support the theory of this being a staged event, like the eyewitness testimony that he saw someone bear crawling with a rifle pointed it out to the Secret Service agents and they did nothing about it. Nobody's gonna get me to believe that false flags aren't a thing in this country of smoke and mirrors, especially when I have yet to believe that Building 7 just fell miraculously on its own during 9/11. I'm only here to say I didn't mean to come off insensitive. I apologize to all of the families affected by anyone who is innocently murdered in these political agendas, that including the people who serve our country. There's people in this world who literally control this illusion, and they do these types of things to stay in control. Their fear-mongering tactics are working. To those who actually seek the truth and don't just go with the stories they want us to believe, please be prepared for the times ahead, because it's clearly getting worse.
All right, cool, fine, I heard you, fine and dandy, but my question is, what do they have to gain by keeping Donald Trump? Matter of fact, what do they have to gain from staging this outside of securing that they lose? I'm trying to figure out, what angle it would be. They're trying to control what exactly, when the mainstream legacy media, their whole mission is to try and sabotage Donald Trump so that he will not win in 2024. So why would they say, hey, we're going to fake an assassination attempt on him? In addition to that, we're going to take the life of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to this is going to make him win. This is gonna make him beat Joe Biden, which we're trying to prevent. I don't know. I don't get it. Let's read the comments. Too bad it wasn't you or someone you knew. Would that convince you? Somebody wrote he wants to be Mandela. And then also the whole 9/11, bringing that into this. Yeah. So what you're saying is that it would not stage, I'm sorry, I'm reading it exactly how I wrote, that it was not staged and that it may have been an inside job. Fixed it. Someone died. Another may also. They're injured. Sometimes it's better to remain silent when you have no clue. I think your observations and concern are valid. There are a lot of questions to be asked. Was it staged to bolster his popularity, or like JFK, where the people that wanted him to retire? So yeah, I don't know. We got somebody else in the comments who's sitting there, who was here saying that, hey, it could have been there to boost his popularity. But we also have people. I don't know if it's safe for me to play this clip right here. I don't condone bullying and harassment. I will just say this: Lib of TikTok posted a video of a leftist having a literal meltdown because the shooter missed Trump. Basically the video, she went on to say, yo, you mean to tell me somebody basically had the balls to do it and they missed? It's quite literally what she said, and she's screaming and all other type of stuff. It's pretty sick. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play that one on here. But yeah, Black America has a message for the Democrats and the deep state.
Hey, I would like to thank the powers who thought that would be a great idea to try to harm President Trump. We'd like to thank you for the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And boy, are the numbers gonna be earth-shattering. Democrats are done. You fuckers are never gonna be in power again. Your great-great-great-great-grandchildren ain't gonna fucking be in power.
Not only that, I don't know if y'all familiar with the hip hop artist 50 Cent, whom we don't know whether he fully endorses Trump, and I think he does personally. We know that the person who put him in the music industry, Eminem, we know that he doesn't support Donald Trump, which sucks, man. It sucks, man. Eminem, in my opinion. Anyhow, but 50 Cent, he really did this. He put Donald Trump on his album, bro. Look at this. I don't know if I'll be able to keep the audio, but look at this, y'all.
Many, 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 many men wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more.
God, Trump is untouchable at this point, bro. If y'all don't know, 50 Cent was shot 9 times. So his album cover had it's like shattered glass. It's an iconic photo in hip hop and things of that nature. So yeah, for him to replace it with Donald Trump, dog, you know what I mean? Donald has really been through a lot. This guy's really endured. I mean, he has endured a lot. I mean, a lot. And before we go into any more of, I'm trying to see what we have here. Before we go into more details about, you know, that situation, I mean, last night, let's go ahead and listen to Ari Spears go off on the people who thought that Donald Trump's assassination attempt was staged. Let's hear him out.
Yo, what up, it's your boy Ari Spears here. Listen, man, I am in no way, shape, or form a Trump fan. But some of y'all gotta knock it off with this conspiracy theory shit. It was staged. Really? So that blood was Tabasco sauce on his face? January 6th was staged. People died on January 6th. Was that part of the program? The Will Smith Chris Rock thing was staged, not according to Chris Rock. If it was real, the shooter wouldn't have missed. Reagan got shot and survived. Was that staged too? Shit gets real. Period. Stop thinking everything is a goddamn conspiracy.
This makes absolutely no sense, America. It doesn't. We got everybody reacting to it. Tucker Carlson 6 months ago, he actually predicted this. He was 100% right. We know that Alex Jones has been talking about this. We know Dan Bongino has been talking about this. It's just sad. Shout out to Wall Street Apes, though. They posted this video of, is it the John Dawson? The Donald Trump assassination attempt just woke up the world. This video is already approaching 250,000. Well, definitely well over there by now. But let's go ahead and check this out.
So an assassination attempt was just made on President Donald Trump, and I don't think it was successful. I think he got grazed in the ear. I'm not going to fearmonger you guys and do the whole conservative, oh my gosh, Trump's shot. I think he's fine. To the knowledge that I was able to find through a few minutes of research, because it just happened a few minutes ago, he's fine. But here's what I want to say, and I've been wanting to say this for a while. I am so tired of these diluted American brains that are listening to this theater script play out on television, telling them that reality is one thing, and they're not smart enough to step out their door and realize reality is completely different. We have the news telling us white supremacy is one of the biggest threats to our country. We have people telling us that the conservatives are the same as the neo you-know-whats. They have people saying that ultra MAGA is violent. They have people saying that Trump's trying to overthrow democracy. They have people saying that all of the violence and the civil unrest and the inflation and everything is conservative Trump fault. And I'm tired of it. If you aren't smart enough to step outside your door and look around and be like, all right, hold up. This theater that I'm watching inside isn't matching what's going on outside. Learn to do your own research. I am tired of you guys just running around, I'm a proud American, and then opening your mouth to be spoon-fed information so you can palate it. Because if you ever had to draw your own conclusion or connect your own dots, you would be completely lost and probably dye your hair purple. There is one president in this race that had an assassination attempt taken against him. As a matter of fact, if you think back to the last president that had an assassination attempt taken on him that has gotten this close, you're going to go back a ways. And if you actually look at the presidents that were assassinated and you look at what they were doing to the government money, you would realize the reason they're getting taken out isn't because some random Joe Schmo downtown doesn't want that president. It's because the system feels threatened. It's not some random person that's living out in the country that's like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take out Donald Trump. No, this is a systematic approach, right? Their first approach was, hey, we're going to make sure that Joe Biden gets elected and we're going to make sure he gets the votes. He got the votes. Boom. This time around, they were going to do the same thing. They were going to put Joe out there. He was going to get a landslide of votes. Joe was going to win again. But here's the thing. They decided instead of trying to do anything risky, let's just put our opponent in prison. Let's do it the legal way. Let's send him through the judicial system, get him locked up so he can't run for president. And that failed. And as a matter of fact, it garnished more support for Donald Trump. So they were like, oh crap, Joe Biden, you got to get out there and debate. You got to make sure we can sell how many votes you're going to get and people are going to believe it. But guess what? Joe went up there and fumbled the ball. It's not a coincidence that this assassination attempt happened right after Joe Biden completely fumbled the bag on the debate stage. And all of a sudden, even his own supporters are calling for him to step down. And now the system that you supposedly hate but somehow still vote liberal, that system is panicking. And the only other option they have, since they already exhausted the fake vote, they've already exhausted the legal proceedings, and now their only option is left with desperate, take him out. If you guys can't actually see this playing out, then I don't know what you're on, but I'm so sick and tired of the mentality that Americans have being like, well, no, start paying attention. Start paying attention. The presidents that get taken out are the presidents that threaten the system. The same system that you complain incarcerates black people. The same system that won't give you health care. The same system that's doing everything that you've complained about for decades, yet somehow you keep voting for Joe Biden 1994 crime bill, Kamala Harris imprisoning black people on minor marijuana charges just to put people on our prison workforce. If you don't wake up and smell the freaking flowers, I don't know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Stop thinking like they're telling you how to think and start thinking for yourself. There's one guy that's taking out the system that hates you, and there's another guy that's making that system stronger.
And the crazy part about this whole thing is Trump's words before he ended up getting grazed was, if you want to see something, take a look at what happened. Wow. And the guy who just spoke his statements about the events leading up to what happened and the timing was pretty indisputable. Y'all go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life.